Before the highlights begin, I would like to dedicate this video to someone who's meant everything to me. My grandmother. She passed away last month unexpectedly, and if it was not for her, I would not have had the chance to fall in love with racing the way that I have. This won't be just a regular recap. This will be telling a story and giving tribute to such an amazing woman. So if you're watching, I hope you'll take a few minutes to sit back and experience this the way it was meant to be seen. Thank you.
Today is September 17th, 2022, and we're going to the Bristol night race with both Grandma and Grand. And this is the start of the video. And future Kirk, remember, don't be a doofus.
There's a porta potty.
She pointed that out. Remember that, folks. Right there. And it's not in use. That's good.
This is me, a tiny kid standing in front of Bristol Motor Speedway back in 2010. I probably never thought that I'd be able to get anywhere near a racetrack at that time. My parents didn't have a lot of money. We didn't come from much. But I had a good work ethic and a father who loved me, and grandparents and parents that supported me at the time. And all I knew was that I wanted to experience Bristol more than anything. I wanted to feel the lightning in the bottle. And this trip that you're seeing now was the first time that I ever went to Bristol on my own effort. I worked hard doing chores and mowing my grandmother's yard every single week to try and afford to go to this track. And my dad said, "You have to save up for the tickets, and then I'll handle the parking and the drive." And so I did. I went and mowed my grandmother's grass, worked really hard, saved up enough money, and then we used my Cub Scout promotion, or Boy Scout promotion at the time, to get a Nationwide Series race ticket for that weekend. And that was back when they called it Nationwide, but now it's Xfinity, obviously. And I think, if I'm right, this might also have been the same race where Casey Kane flipped that 38 car up on its side and rode the wall.
Oh, 3 miles. Look out, this is bad news. Oh, man, up onto the wall. Casey Kane now comes back down on all four. Caution is out. Oh, you can see coming at you, bud. Just hold on here. That is a tough break because that car, as you mentioned, was good tonight.
I remember that moment clear as day. And from then on, I was hooked. I was like, wow, that was crazy. I want to see more of this. And that's why Bristol became a part of me. In this race, the one I'm about to show you, it was personal. 2 weeks before this race, I started building a setup. I don't build setups hardly ever. I didn't have a team of engineers. I didn't have a pro-tuned car from a championship garage. What I had was a baseline from McConey Setup Shop, a sponsored relationship through my commentary work with them, and a whole lot of heart. Dustin Hall, he gave me a jump start. He stayed up until 2 a.m. one night, helping me learn how to install the tools that I needed to even begin to build setups. And after that, it was all me. Testing, tuning, failing, and learning day and night when I'm not working my regular 9 to 5, I guess. I showed up to this race ready. I qualified P2 right at the front at my track, Bristol Motor Speedway. I love this place. So much memories and history here, and I'm excited to show you how it goes.
And up here on the right, there we go.
We're not going right here, are we?
Yes, Grandma, we are going right here. The first couple of laps were all about getting to the bottom and getting situated so that way we don't bring out a caution by racing too hard early on. So luckily for me, on the first lap, I was able to get down to the bottom on the back straightaway in P2 right behind Lucas. And we rode here for a handful of laps before on lap 6, I decided I wanted to try and pass him. So I go a little higher into turn 1 starting lap 7. I turn down hard and try to get a run on the exit, and I do. We get side by side. We go down the back straightaway into the corner, still even. He's going to have a huge run on the exit. He decides to run the top, and he's able to get gone just like that. You see him? And then he's able to take the spot back. But I ain't done. I saw what he did, and I was like, maybe that top's ready to go. So just a few laps later, I made this move.
Look at this. It's Bristol, baby.
got up to the top and took the lead just like that. And guess what? We go out there and try to lead as many laps as we can today. That's what we're gonna do. The first caution of the night happened between Joseph McWhorter and Cameron Stone. Joseph McWhorter is going to take the high line here. Stone's in the middle. Stone's going to end up holding his line, but 73 comes down. They make contact, and down the hill they go. Both of them collect damage. I don't believe anyone else is collected. However, that is the first caution of the day. During that caution cycle, we had 3 cars stay out on the racetrack. They are the 2 cars in front and 1 to my left on this restart, and behind the car on my left is the car I need to be able to beat. Problem is, I might not have the best of restarts, so we'll see what happens. So we get the restart and everybody gets going. That 71 on the bottom, you can see, got ahead of me, and that is how it stayed all the way up to the end of the stage. I was close, was going to think about making a move for the stage win. However, nothing eventful actually came of it because a caution came out just on the lap I was about to make a move. So car spun out, and we're going to take a look at that second caution here in a second. But I'm going to take a moment here to describe this car. This Pal's is a fast food joint that is in East Tennessee. There's a handful of them, and it is some of the best food I've ever had. And my grandmother loved Pal's, and so we'd go together all the time when I was a kid and pick up some french fries and a big pal. And I thought it would be nice to, decorate something corporate about our lives that we enjoy. So Pal's is on the car with a new paint scheme, and we're now going to look at the caution. So you see on the final lap here, coming off the corner, that 47 of Jim Schofield got loose and hit the inside wall, and that ended his day. Some cars came down and took tires, very few, but I decided to stay out. We kept running until the third caution, when Eric Wineland got underneath the 71, spun the 71 out, and that was the third caution of the night.
I've never had more fun in a race car than I've had in the last 112 laps. That was awesome.
Sounds like a pretty good day so far. Led a lot of laps, still in the lead now. I mean, what can go wrong? What could possibly go wrong?
Oh, that scared the heck out of me. Woo!
Yeah, apparently a lot. So the rule is you cannot switch lanes prior to hitting the start-finish line. I've never restarted a race in the lead before. I didn't really follow that, as you can see. We go into turn 1 thinking everything's great. Hey, I got the lead, everything's fine. I don't need to worry about a thing. And then a few laps later, I hear over the radio this.
Kirk Mills, drive-through penalty, switching lanes before start-finish.
For the first time in my life, I'm leading a race and I make a mistake as trivial as crossing an invisible line. My heart broke in 2. I didn't know what to do. I've never had to serve a penalty like this before. The only thing that came to mind was, okay, I gotta be quick, because I don't want to lose more than a lap.
Do I have to pass through both the front and the back, or just the front?
Correct. Normal pit lane.
When I heard that, I'm like, okay, I'm doing it. Then I go right in there, drift the dang car. I'm ticked off, angry. I have a million emotions going through, but the only thing I'm thinking about is don't speed, don't speed, don't speed. And I'm looking at the cars going by, and my heart is just in 2. My brain's exploding. I don't know what I can do. I mean, there's nothing I can do right now. So I had 2 choices. I could just accept that I was going to be down 2 laps and behind all these cars that I know I can beat on raw speed. Or I try to come back. And the first words out of my mouth were, I'm going to come back. I'm going to come back. I'm going to the front, and I'm going to get there no matter what it takes. And here's how it happens. My goal now is to be able to get the wave around. We have the stage 2 caution I know is guaranteed to come out. I hate stage racing, but here we are. I can use it to my advantage here. I'm going to stay out at the stage, get one of my laps back, and then I'm gonna stay out and hope that there's a quick yellow to get me a chance to get new tires on, and then another quick yellow to get me back on the lead lap. And wouldn't you know it, I don't have to hope for too long. On lap 188, Rory Collins and Steve Benjamin are racing here back at the back of the field. Slight contact is made, spins the 53 out, and collects the 39 right in front of the leaders. Leaders are going to have to squeeze their way between everybody, but caution comes out, and I am able to come down and get tires. With a new mission, I'm going to be using these tires to try and get in position to get the lucky dog. I'm only one lap down, got a fresh set of tires on, and there's only one job to do, and that is to be the first car one lap down. And I get that 5th caution, and I'm in the lucky spot, but can I avoid the accident? That's the question. And it's kind of odd. I kind of predicted the wreck before it happened. I need a caution, and I need it quick. Oh, there it is.
Caution job.
Please let me, please let me, please let me.
Close.
Yes! Yes! Well, we did it. We got back on the lead lap, and we're at the tail end of the lead lap, and I'm freaking out. I'm happy. I'm having so much fun. I have not been so happy in my life, and I know that I have a chance, but I got to get through the whole field, and I got to push. Let's watch that push. The 6th caution comes out, and it's very similar to Jim Schofield's crash earlier. But this time it's Cliff Mullins. He gets loose off turn 4 and hits the inside wall, and that will bring out our 6th caution of the day. Get all the way up to 3rd, but I was able to only get one more spot before this happened. The 7th caution was brought out after a contact with Carlos Fonseca and Jordan Pearson. They both spin out and collecting Daniel Llewellyn. Tanner Marty barely avoids. Now, we're under caution, lap 274, 300. We have there's 300 laps in the race, so that means I got about 25 laps left to go in the race. And I decided to make a choice. Do you want to take 2 tires or 4 tires? I'm sitting in 2nd, and I could come down and take 4 tires, but I was worried that everybody else was going to take 2 tires. And if that happens, I get mired back in traffic, and it would take longer. It took me 70 laps to cut through all those cars, and I didn't want to do that again. And I wouldn't have gotten back to the front. So I took a risk and took 2 tires instead, hoping others would do the same. Turns out, I was the only one to take 2 on that last restart. And I was going to have to drive the wheels off the thing, knowing that everybody else had 4, and somehow I was going to have to hold on to the lead. I had the lead with 25 to go, and I ran it away until 14 laps to go when this happened. I have the lead with 14 laps to go, but my left sides are fading. That 97 is getting bigger in my mirror. He's all over the rear bumper. He got a run on the exit. I try to come down the block, slight contact, and he's just faster than me. I had no chance of holding him off. And I'm at this point in my head, I have felt more. I've never wanted someone to not exist more than I've wanted that 97 and that 63 to just vanish. Having them go, I don't know why in my head that was all I was thinking about. I tried to move them into the wall here to try something, and it just didn't work. And the car just doesn't have the grip as these guys have, because my 4 tires are used, my 2 tires are used up. I don't have anything anymore. And man, I respect these guys so much, but racing them in this particular time, knowing what I was thinking about my grandmother at this point, just like, come on, I'm trying to do something for her. And then my hope started fading really quick, and I'm like, there's no way I'm gonna be able to win this race. There's no way. And realization started to set it in, and you know, in my head I felt a hand on my shoulder, and I thought, it's gonna be okay. Don't even worry about it. It's fine. It's not a big deal. Just focus on driving. Then I got rear-ended, and I'm like, okay, now I'm still worrying about it. I'm still angry. At least I know I'm running up in the front, sitting in 4th right now. We're coming up on some lap cars, and little do I know, I thought that we already had the last caution and my day was done, but no. Unfortunately, I think I may have been the cause of the next caution, or the last caution of the day. Take a look here, and you'd be the judge. You tell me what you think, who may be at fault, who might not be. I don't know. Lapper car, by the way, that was a 24, a lapper who's out of contention. So it was slight contact, and it was over. I didn't try to do that on purpose, but it happened. We're coming to the restart here. This restart's really important. It's the last one of the day. The leader, Lucas Hoytsma, on the bottom of the racetrack, and Bryson Hicksenbaugh is on the outside. I got Eric Wineland to my inside. And those are the 4 players in the game. Now the leader is going to make the same mistake I made a long time ago. Remember? He changed lanes just before the line, and they gave him a black flag. So we're racing for the win, the 63 and myself. I didn't even think about that. I didn't even have that on my conscience. I knew I didn't have the speed for either of them with these 2 tires. White flag's out. And all I'm thinking about is I feel like I let my grandma down. I did everything I could to try and win for her, knowing that, you know, she's in a lot better place. She doesn't care about this race, I'm sure, but still, we come across the line wrecking. 2nd place. And I have never been more emotionally damaged than I've been in the last 15 minutes making this video. That part, when it wrecked and everything went to heck, it just broke my heart. To me, it was about her. Not just last month, like I said, I lost my grandmother, no warning, and it stunned me. She was everything to me. She was the one who paid me for mowing. She was the one who helped me get that race back in 2008. She believed in me even when I didn't believe in myself. She loved Bristol too. She never even heard of NASCAR until I came along and started showing her cool videos, and I made her become a fan. She loved Bristol. I took her there twice. First time was in 2022 in October, where she got to actually go and meet her favorite driver, which is Chase Elliott. Right here you can see this interaction. I was so happy to be able to take her and show her, get the opportunity to meet Chase Elliott. And I was pumped too, because at the time I was a Chase Elliott fan. But she said that this is her first ever NASCAR race, and she's been alive for 71, 72 years at that point, I think, around 70. And so she was very happy to go, and Chase ended up signing the cup and that little placard there, and she wanted just a picture with her.
Thanks,
and
Chase.
So we got a few, but she loved it. She loved racing, and she had a time of her life when she went. She also loved pals, which is why I put that on my car tonight. It was for her. And in those final laps when I was pushing for everything I had left in me, I was thinking about her. I wanted to win for her, and I felt like I needed to win for her. And when I didn't, it broke me. But I know, knowing her, that she would have said it's okay. She would have been proud of me no matter what. And she would have picked me up when I fell and always believed in me. So yeah, tonight I finished P2. And I'm sorry I wasn't P1. But I hope you know I tried, and I gave you everything I had.
Just got done at our first night race. How'd you like it?
Whoa, it was loud.
Yeah, our ears are ringing. I think so. Is that right? Way to go, Christopher Busher! All right!
So this makes up for it. And he's always been really good here, so we knew it could happen.
Let's celebrate. That's Scott Cran's crew chief for the winning driver, Chris Busher.
I got to take all my grandparents that wanted to go to a race just last October. My grandma was there, and then I have my gran and pappy, and my wife Tegan, and my brother Tyler and his fiance at the time. So, and my sister Brittany, of course, and my father was there as well, but he was in the bathroom for that video. So, anyway, racing was something that wasn't in our family until I was able to convince folks to come with me, and now I know that Grandma's always going to be watching, going to be paying attention. You know, she's out doing better work somewhere else that needs to be done. So I love you, and I'm going to miss you, and I can't wait to see you again. Thanks for watching.